Mesechas Ceirovin, Perish Gimel, Mishnah Zayin. We have learnt in the previous Mishnah a machlokus between Rabbi Eliezer and the Chachomim with regard to Yom Tov HaSomach L'Shabbos. That Rabbi Eliezer is of the opinion that Yom Tov HaSomach L'Shabbos is like two Kedushas, and therefore one Eruv is not dependent on the other, and you can make the Eruv for one day in one direction and the Eruv for the other day in another direction, being two Kedushas. The Chachomim disagreed and said we are mesupik as to whether it is two Kedushas or one Kedusha, and therefore you cannot make an Eruv one day in one direction and one day in the other direction. You can only make the Eruv in one direction alone. On the other hand, the Chachomim said the Eruv must be intact, the Bein Hashmoshes of the second day, because maybe it is two Kedushas, and if it's two Kedushas, the Eruv of the first day would be ineffective for the second day. In this Mishnah, we discuss what the situation is when you have Rosh Hashanah Somuch L'Shabbos, that is, although we have learned in the previous Mishnah that Allah is like Rabbi Eliezer, that Yom Tov HaSomach L'Shabbos is two Kedushas, we have a further argument put forward with regard to Rosh Hashanah, which is Somuch L'Shabbos. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, Rosh Hashanah Shaya Yorei Shemotis Aber. And Rosh Hashanah, where he is mesupik as to whether it is going to be Shemotis Aber, maybe it's going to be 2 days Rosh Hashanah or 1 day Rosh Hashanah. Ma'orev Odom Shnei Ceirovin, he can make two Ceirovin, V'omer, and he can say as follows: Eiruvi vorishoin la Mizrach, V'asheni la Mariv. My Eruv should be, for the first day of Rosh Hashanah, should be to the east, V'asheni, and the second day should be to the west. Borishoin lemariv, alternatively, on the first day it should be to the west. Vasheni lamizrach, on the second day it should be to the east. Or Eiruvi vorishoin, my Eruv which I'm making now, this is the Eruv for the first day. Or Vasheni kivnei iri, and on the second day it should be according to the rest of the townspeople. Alternatively, Eiruvi Vasheni, my Eruv which I'm putting down now should be for the second day. Or Vorishoin, the first day of Rosh Hashanah, kivnei iri, and should be kivnei iri, and therefore Rabbi Yehuda is of the opinion that the 2 days of Rosh Hashanah have separate kedushas. And that being the case, you can make the Eruv on the first day in one direction and the second day in another direction. The Chachomim disagreed that the 2 days of Rosh Hashanah are kedusha arichto, it's one long kedusha, and the kedushas cannot be separated, in which case, whichever direction you make your Eruv on the first day, that will determine where the Eruv should be on the second day, and you can only travel in the same direction according to the Eruv which was laid down, Bein Hashmoshes of the first day, because we treat it as kedusha arichto, as one long kedusha.